Welcome back to the channel. So, let's talk about the absolute bombshell that just dropped on Days of Our Lives, because it is massive. Dr. Wilhelm Rolf is back in Salem, sneaking around in the shadows like he always does. And Rolf's next plot after this total failure of a resurrection, reviving Abigail. We need to talk about this, because the implications are just wild. And it all starts with Rolf, the mad scientist himself. He slinks back into town to offer his condolences to EJ. Because the Versavik serum failed, Lexi's body couldn't handle it. The side effects were too much. And now she's gone. But Rolf didn't just come to say sorry. He told EJ that his Frankenstein days of reviving people are officially over. He is done. He is hanging up his lab coat. No more playing God. No more bringing people back from the dead. But do we really believe him? And more importantly, does EJ believe him? EJ is completely spiraling right now. He is wearing Stefano's ring. He is acting like a total monster, covering up the Corseal-tainted drug crisis, firing Sarah Horton, framing Holly Jonas. He is out of control. And now he has lost his sister for a second time. The grief is heavy, but the arrogance is heavier. EJ is a DiMera, and DiMeras do not accept defeat, especially not from death. So, will EJ just accept that Rolf is retiring? Probably not. EJ might just go out and find a mad scientist in training, an apprentice, someone young and hungry for DiMera funding who is willing to continue the resurrection research, because EJ hasn't learned his lesson. He never learns his lesson. He just doubles down. He wants to control life and death, just like his father. And that brings us to the most heartbreaking part of this whole mess. Lexi's hospital room. Abe Carver and Theo Carver were there, standing in that sterile room, reading the letters that EJ brought them, the letters from Lexi. But here is the kicker. The room was empty. Lexi's body was not there. Just think about that for a second. An empty hospital bed. No body to mourn. No closure for Abe and Theo. Why? Because EJ is hiding something. Again, I highly suspect that EJ ordered Rolf to put Lexi back into cold storage. Back into one of those glowing person pods in the DiMera secret lab, because EJ cannot let go. He knows Abe and Theo are completely crushed. Their hearts are broken into a million pieces. Losing Lexi once in 2012 to a brain tumor was bad enough. Losing her again now, it is pure torture. But EJ might be clinging to a sick kind of hope, hoping that if he freezes her, maybe the science will catch up in a few years. Maybe they can try to revive her again later. Even though it seems so incredibly cruel to keep her in a frozen limbo instead of letting her rest in peace. But if Lexi is in a pod, who else is in those glowing tubes? The DiMera basement is a creepy place. And fans have been screaming one name for months: Abigail Deveraux. Let's look at the facts. Abigail's not in her grave. Jack and Chad literally dug her up. They exhumed the coffin, and they found nothing. Just dirt and empty space. No remains. Nothing. So where is she? Some people thought maybe Clyde Weston did something with the body after he stabbed her, but Clyde is a thug. He doesn't have the resources to hide a body like that for years. But you know who does? DiMera Enterprises. And if you remember back to the night Abigail was murdered, it was a total bloodbath. Chad found her. He was devastated. And he begged Rolf. He literally got on his knees and pleaded with the mad scientist to use the miracle serum on his wife. Save her. Bring her back. But Rolf said no. He told Chad that Abigail was too far gone, that she had lost way too much blood for the serum to work. But here's the thing about Dr. Wilhelm Rolf. He lies. He lies all the time. He always has a secret agenda. So what if Rolf lied to Chad. What if he took Abigail's body and stashed her in one of those cryogenic pods, just keeping her on ice, waiting for the right time, waiting for the resurrection serums to become more advanced? Because Rolf has been experimenting. He used Lexi as a guinea pig. He combined the Versavix with the miracle serum, and yes, it failed. The lab rat died. Lexi died. But science is all about trial and error. Maybe Rolf learned what went wrong. Maybe he knows how to fix the formula now. And maybe, just maybe, Abigail is the next test subject. Or maybe she is already alive, thriving in some secret location, living well somewhere while her family mourns her. It wouldn't be the first time a DiMera kept someone hidden for years. Just imagine the fallout. Chad is finally trying to move on. He took his kids, Thomas and Charlotte, to Boston for a while. He came back. He is navigating this weird, clunky dynamic with Cat Green. He is going on baseball dates with Belle Black. He is trying to build a new life. And then boom, his dead wife wakes up in a glowing tube under his brother's house. It would destroy him. And it would destroy his relationship with EJ. Chad already hates what EJ is doing. He hates the toxic legacy. If he finds out EJ and Rolf kept Abigail in a freezer for 4 years, it is going to be an all-out war between the DiMera brothers. And what about Jack and Jennifer? They have been grieving their daughter for years. They visited that empty grave on the 4th anniversary of her death. The pain was so raw. If they find out she has been a lab experiment this whole time, Jack might actually kill EJ himself. But this is how the DiMeras operate. It is all about control. Stefano used to do this all the time. He kept Marlena in a cage. He kept Hope brainwashed as Princess Gina. He kept John Black as the pawn. And now EJ is doing the exact same thing. I can just picture the scene in that underground lab. The cold, sterile smell of the chemicals. The low, constant hum of the machinery keeping the cryogenic pods running. The glowing blue liquid bubbling inside the glass tubes. It is straight out of a sci-fi horror movie. And EJ is just standing there, staring at Lexi's frozen face, refusing to accept reality. And right next to Lexi's pod, there has to be another one, covered in frost, hiding the body of Abigail Deveraux. Think about the history here. Dr. Rolf has brought back half the town. He brought back Will Horton. He brought back Vivian Alamain. He even brought back EJ himself after he was supposedly shot dead. Rolf's entire life's work is defying death. So the idea that he is just going to walk away and retire, it feels like a massive misdirect. Rolf doesn't know how to do anything else. He is addicted to the science. He is addicted to the power of playing God. So when he tells EJ that his Frankenstein days are over, I think it is a negotiation tactic. Or maybe he is just tired of EJ's incompetence. But if EJ throws enough DiMera money at him or threatens him, Rolf will be back in that. Mixing serums. Because Abigail's resurrection is his ultimate masterpiece waiting to happen. I really hope the writers lean into the horror of this. The psychological trauma of waking up in a pod after 4 years. If Abigail opens her eyes, she is going to be so disoriented. The last thing she remembers is Clyde Weston stabbing her. And now she is in a glowing tube in her brother-in-law's basement. It is terrifying. And honestly, I wouldn't put it past EJ to try and brainwash her. If he revives her, he might use one of Rolf's microchips to erase her memory. Make her think she is someone else. Make her fiercely loyal to EJ instead of Chad. It would be the ultimate revenge against Chad for constantly opposing him at DiMera Enterprise. So, yeah, Rolf might say he is done. He might say his Frankenstein days are over. But in Salem, nobody ever really retires. And nobody ever really stays dead. The empty hospital room, the empty grave, it all points to one thing. The resurrection pods are still active. And Abigail Deveraux is the next one up. We just have to wait and see how clunky and messy this is going to get, because you know it is going to be a glorious, dramatic mess. And we will be right here breaking down every single crazy twist as it happens.